Okay, Lavender Town. Lavender Town, Lavender Town. The source of an inspiration of many internet creepypastas. Not much to this town. Right here is Mr. Fuji's house. Well, it's the Lavender Town volunteer house, but this will be important later. One of these houses, I'm gonna say this one. Nope. Alright, this one. That's the name Raider. Even changes the music because it's such a happier place? Question mark? Anyways, if you nicknamed your Pokemon and decide you didn't like it, go to this guy, he'll change it. There's one in every game. And of course, the biggest part of Lavender Town is the Pokemon Tower, where they bury all of those adorable, colorful creatures because Pokemon can die. Speaking of the creeping... I forgot what I was going to say there. Rival! Yeah, he's your rival. Your rival's waiting for you here, so... Time to show him what's up. Oh, geez, thanks. I take good care of them so they don't, you know, end up dead. Fighting your rival here sparks one of the biggest fan theories in Pokemon. In this particular encounter, you'll learn that your rival actually doesn't have his Raticate anymore when you follow him on the SSN. And a lot of people like to believe that Raticate died and he was burying him here. But he's too cool and plays it off like, oh, whatever. That didn't happen to me. Or doesn't say anything about it. So, yeah. Just another one of those fun examples of the fans coming up with their own canon. Execute. Okay, well... I didn't heal Charmeleon. Oh, shit. Whoops. Oh, well. I'm sure he'll do just fine. Oh, yeah, I taught Charmeleon Mega Punch. I went back into the PC and got some TMs out. Yeah, this is actually the battle where you see a lot of the team members that your rival will continue to have throughout the game. So... be prepared for that. Damn. It's much better than Scratch. Wartortle. I wonder... Let's see if Charmeleon can beat Wartortle. What the hell not? I do have like 6 levels on him. And he only knows Bubble. He has to know Water Gun. Oh, my speed fell. Thank God he's still a turtle. God, really abusing the shit out of those potions, aren't you? Yay. Not really a big victory. I mean, the AI is pretty dumb, and I was 6 levels higher. You stinker. Was he Bugs Bunny? So, you actually can't do much in the Pokemon Tower yet. Really, you should probably just... I mean, if this was your first time playing, you'd obviously explore it regardless, but, yeah, like she was saying, you can run into Pokemon here, but the thing is... they look like this. Ghost appeared. Darn, the ghost can't be ID'd. Send out Pokemon. Try to use an attack. your Pokemon gets too scared to move. The code just says get out, and this process repeats over and over again, and over and over again. And then you just run away. You get to the end of the tower. You could just, keep going, but eventually the tower will get to a point where you have to fight a Pokemon. You get one of those ghosts block your path, and yeah, you can run away, but it'll just keep reappearing there, and it won't go away until you actually beat it. I'm pretty sure you can fight the Chandeliers, the trainers in there. Chandeliers, whatever the fuck they're called. I can't remember. Chandeliers, that's not right. But they have just like a bunch of Ghastlies and Haunters on them, but you can't actually progress, so it's all you can do in Lavender Town. Moving on. Is this route. And there's only one real thing to note of this route, is that there's a new Pokemon you can get depending on which version you're playing. If you're playing red version, you can run into Growlithe, fire-type Pokemon. Growlithe is just a good Pokemon. Not much to say. It has a... Oh, look at that. Decent attack, decent special. It's cool. It evolves with a Firestone into Arcanine, who's just a badass Pokemon in general. Yeah, so if you want a fire type, you like fire because you're a little psycho, Growlithe's a good choice. If you're playing blue version, instead of Growlithe, you get... Wait for it. Vulpix. Also evolves with a Firestone. Kind of the same thing as Growlithe, really. It won't be until, like, Generation 2 where they have more distinct differences. Like, Growlithe in Gen 2 has good attack and good, special attack. So he's what you call a mixed attacker. And his speed's alright. And his speed's okay. Vulpix, on the other hand, evolves in the Ninetales, and it has better special defense and decent speed. So, I mean, they're both really good. It doesn't really matter. And you can give them this patch of grass over here, or if you don't have Cut, there's another patch of grass coming up that you can just go to as well. I'm always amazed how many trainers you can actually skip sometimes. But other than that, there's not much to this route. Trainer even over here I forgot about. So you gotta take the underground path. Which is just like the one in Cerulean to Vermilion. Just a big old long walk. Could you imagine if major cities, well, I guess subways do that. I was gonna say, could you imagine if major cities did that, but they do. That's what's called a subway, dumbass. Yeah. So come over here. You can get your Growlithe or your Vulpix. But over here is Celadon City. Probably the biggest city. Mostly because it has a department store. And there's the most to do in it. Which will probably take up most of this video, so... Oh boy. Where to first? Well, I think first we'll start by showing a rare Pokemon you can get. Well, there are multiples, I believe, but this is the easiest way to get it. Come back here, it's a back entrance. Go up, go up. Go up to all the way down here. Up here, and then you go in this room. This guy... What the fuck is this guy? Oh, this is the meta dude. This just tells you how many TMs there are. I think the blackboard's something too. Oh, it's trainer tips. Using the game link cable. Cool. So this guy understands that he's a character in a video game. So his life must be a fucking existential hellhole. But on the table here, Eevee. Probably one of the most popular Pokemon from Gen 1. Second only to Pikachu himself. Level 25 too, so it's already pretty strong when you get it. Eevee on itself isn't that special. What's special about Eevee, of course, is that it can evolve into multiple Pokemon. And in this generation, it's only 3. Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon. And you use the water, fire, and thunderstones to make it happen. I won't be using any of the Eevee evolutions in this run, but 2 of them are pretty good. 1 of them, not so much. I'll start with the one that's not really considered that good yet. Is Flareon, the fire Pokemon. The problem with Flareon is that it has really high attack power, but not really good special. Which, since this is Generation 1, fire-type moves are considered special attacks. So, it doesn't get the most out of its typing, is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, you can still use it, give it Fire Blast later, it'll do some decent damage, but... Is there anything interesting in the actual front production? Oh, I guess I'll talk about the Eevee evolutions while I do that. Yeah, it's Flareon, unfortunately. It won't be until, like, Generation 6 where people will consider Eevee, like, Flareon pretty decent to use. Oh, this is the Game Freak office, by the way. More meta stuff. If you complete your Pokedex, you come to him and he gives you a little paper you can print out with the Game Boy printer that says you caught all the Pokemon. Except for nobody had Game Boy printers. Yeah, there's nothing up here. Huh. The other 2 choices. Vaporeon, Water-type Pokemon. Great. Has amazing defense and a lot of HP. And, you know, once again, pretty good special stats. So, not a bad choice if you don't have a Water-type yet. And you want one. Probably one of the best ones you can get. And then lastly is Jolteon. Jolteon's electric type. It's, like most electric types, it's fast as hell. And it hits pretty hard. Crumbles like paper if it hits back, but I mean sometimes it doesn't matter. Teach it Thunderbolt, and it's good to go. It doesn't have much of an options for move pool though. Vaporeon has Acid Arm, which is a great move. Boosted your defense ridiculously high. So I think out of the 3, Vaporeon's probably my favorite. But Jolteon's great too if you want electric type. This is the Celadon department store. It's the super mega mall thing, bobber. Buy a bunch of shit on different floors. Here's some TMs. I can't be bothered to remember all the Generation 1 TMs, but if you want to give some of them a shot and look them up yourself, by all means. If this was Generation 3 and later, I could probably tell you what they were, but Generation 1 always throws me. Up here, talk to this guy. He'll give you a TM18. TM18 teaches counter. It's a fickle move. It only works on fighting and normal type Pokemon. Well, no, my bad. It only works on fighting and normal type moves. What it does is that you take damage and then you just deal that damage back, but double. But it only works if you get hit by a fighting or normal type move. It's supposed to work on all physical moves like rock, flying, fighting, etc., but it doesn't. They fixed this in Gen 2, or maybe it was intentional, who the fuck knows with Generation 1. I wouldn't recommend teaching to your Pokemon unless you really desperately need a move. This guy's pretty important. He's the 4th floor. He has the stones. You're gonna want these. That was weird. That was weird too. So if you have any Pokemon that evolve with stones, there's also the Pokédoll, a pretty worthless item. It just lets you flee from any battle, not trainer ones, only wild. Up here, I believe, is the, like, vitamin shop where you buy, like, your proteins, your calciums and shit. It's up to you if you want to buy those. You can just find them on the ground, mostly. And this is supposed to be the, like, the rooftop. And this little girl right here is important. So what you're going to do, go to one of these, is a vending machine. I know it's hard to tell on first glance. You're going to want to buy every one of these. Trust me. Then come over here. I'm thirsty. I want something to drink. Give her drink. Yes. She will give you a TM for every different refreshment you give her. And already Ice Beam is just an amazing move. So yeah, that's already a good start. And the other ones are good too. In fact, I think this one is, I want to say Rock Slide. Yeah. Once again, great move. And the last one, $49. Try Attack. That's pretty dope too. In fact, I think the trio can learn that. Try Attack's like it's a normal type move, but it has a chance to either burn, freeze, or paralyze your opponent. So, pretty cool. Never know when that might be useful. All those TMs are just excellent, so definitely go up there and get those. The gym's down here. You're going to need Cut. You need Surf for this, but all this guy does is teaches the move Soft Boiled. No, well, okay, in Generation 3, he's a move tutor, but in this game, he teaches a TM for Soft Boiled, which can only be learned by 2 Pokemon. Chansey, because it's Chansey's signature move, and Mew, which you may or may not have. It's a great healing move, and you can even heal Pokemon in your party when you're out of battle, but that's it. Over here's the casino, the game corner, but you can't do anything there yet because you need a coin case. And I believe this guy, yeah. This guy failed so hard that he actually gives up gambling, probably for the best. That he gives it to a child. Jackass. This is just some, like, flavor text building where you see a rocket and these people talking. Something about, like, and actually this guy's blocking my way. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to talk to this guy. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a big old money laundering scheme or some shit. I am legitimately trapped in this building because this fucker won't get out of my way. Chief. I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. Get the fuck out of my way. God damn it. Okay. Go for it. I'm not even going to talk to that sailor guy. And I think that's it. Oh, there is this building over here. It's supposed to be a hotel, but they won't let, it's for people. And they're apparently full up. Fuck. They're booked. Jesus. These are all, like, it's a sister and girlfriend and brother kind of situation. I don't fucking know. That's a pretty unique sprite. I don't think any other character has that sprite in this game. But, oh, a little fun fact over here. Come over here. It's Invisible PC. That was always one of my favorites as a kid. And clearly just a Pokemon Center fucking ripoff. Come over here. Press A on this tree. PP up. Viagra joke aside, it raises the power points of any move you teach a Pokemon. So that's useful. Besides the gym, which we'll get to later, come around here. This right here is the actual casino. And first thing, if you really want, you can go over every tile by pressing A. And, come on now. You will eventually just find coins. Yeah. You can just add to your coin count this way. And then you can talk to people. They'll just give you coins. And you really want more coins, talk to one of these guys. They'll exchange your money for coins. 1,000 for 50. Kind of long and arduous, but you know what you're gonna do. And as far as like, and then the slots themselves are pretty self-explanatory. It's a slot machine. Before the ESRB considered gambling a teen-rated thing, so they had to start taking them out of Pokemon games for them to sell in the West. You just try to match fucking a mouse, a bird, mouse and a bird, huh? And a fish. Kind of makes you wonder what the fuck's going on in the world of Pokemon there, but you know. And why do you want coins? Well, there is some use for them. You can exchange them for pretty cool shit. Pokemon, Abril, Clefairy, and Nidorino. I think that's different in the blue version. I think it's Nidorino. These are kind of okay. They're pretty low level though, but you know, if you couldn't catch either of them in their respective areas, there you go. Middle section here. And now here's more interesting Pokemon. Dratini, Scyther, and Porygon. Dratini is the first instance of a dragon-type Pokemon you can get in this game. You can find the wild later, but if you want it now, here you go. Same thing for Scyther, or in blue version, Pinsir. Both of which are good Pokemon. Again, bug types. Well, Scyther's bug flying. And finally, there's Porygon. Now, you can tell that's a lot of fucking coins. In fact, that's the max amount of coins you can even hold in the coin case. Porygon. Is it worth the trouble? Not really. I mean, in Gen 2, he gets an evolved form that I would say is totally worth it, but not really so much now. It's an interesting Pokemon. It's a man-made Pokemon. It's supposed to be like a virus thing. A computer-generated program Pokemon. It has this move called Conversion that lets it change its type from normal to... I can't remember if it's random or like the last move that it got hit by. It's an odd one. It can learn some interesting attacks like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Psybeam. Has a diverse move pool, but it doesn't really have the stats, so it won't be good. It won't be very good late game. So I don't know. And blue version is cheaper. So if you're playing red version and you want Porygon, you have an uphill battle. And then finally over here you have some TMs. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember what TM50 is. But I know that is Hyper Beam. TM15 is Hyper Beam. And I believe this is Dragon Rage? Well, either way, that's how you get Hyper Beam and Dragon Rage. God, I hope that's Dragon. It might be Swords Dance, actually. Ah, man. Gen 1. Fucking TMs. I can't remember them. So, yeah. Celadon City. That's about all the major sort of points of interest. Now, of course, there's more to do here. There's a gym to battle, and there's actually a Team Rocket conspiracy to uncover, but I think that will have to... Actually, you know what? Before we leave, let's do a little side thing over here real quick. You can't leave Celadon City because big old fat-ass Snorlax blocks your way. But if you come through here, use Beedrill, or whatever Pokemon you had to cut. I think there's new Pokemon in that grass. Oh, if not, I thought I knew everything in this game, but I guess I don't know if there's a new Pokemon there or not. Come over here, talk to this lady. She'll give you the HMO2. It teaches Fly. So yeah, like she said, you can use it out of battle, and you can fly to any town you've previously been in. In battle, it's a move that in the first turn you go up into the sky, and you're immune from any attack, and then the second turn you come down and hit your opponent. It's not bad. You'd be surprised what Pokemon can and cannot learn Fly in this game. You might think your Butterfree can, but it can't. But somehow your Pidgey has enough power to carry you around. Same thing for Spearow. So, yeah. But I think that's pretty good. Next time, go probably into the game corner and take care of whatever the fuck Team Rocket's doing.